of a 2002 episode of The Simpsons that eerily mirrors real-life events.
One of the biggest happened to be when they predicted Donald Trump would become president.
This time, it is Bart's wisecracking T-shirts that are in trouble. This one has been expelled from some schools for its profanity.
Wildfires raging uncontrollably, eerily predicted years ago by an animated TV show. This shocking revelation about The Simpsons' uncanny foresight will leave you questioning reality. From devastating wildfires to political chaos, the show's ability to mirror our world has captivated and unsettled audiences. The predictions for January 2025 are more than intriguing. They're unnervingly precise. Let us delve into these predictions and uncover a chilling possibility. What if The Simpsons knows something we don't, when animation mirrors reality? The January 2025 wildfires in California have been devastating, and some fans believe the animated classic called it years ago. In Season 18, Episode 12, titled Little Big Girl, Bart starts a forest fire as part of one of his usual pranks. The episode shows how quickly the flames spread, consuming homes and forests while firefighters struggle to keep the blaze under control. What starts as a simple prank quickly escalates, with the entire town of Springfield under threat. As firefighters battle the blaze, scenes of homes burning and families evacuating eerily mirror real-world footage. Some fans have pointed out that the way the fire spreads and the panic in the town feels almost identical to the chaos seen during recent California wildfires. This episode, while comedic, showcases the devastating impact of uncontrolled fires, leaving many to wonder if the creators tapped into something deeper. The imagery, the emotional tension, and the depiction of environmental disasters feel too close to reality to dismiss as mere coincidence. But beneath the laughter lies an unsettling truth, one that blurs the line between fiction and prophecy, waiting to be unraveled. The creators have dipped their toes into the political world before, and one of their most famous predictions involves Donald Trump. Back in the year 2000, in an episode called Bart to the Future, Lisa becomes president and mentions inheriting a mess from the previous administration, which happened to be Trump's. The episode's humorous take on a chaotic presidency made people laugh at the time, but it turned into a hot topic when Trump actually ran for office years later. The details of the mess mentioned in the episode, including economic struggles and international tensions, felt strangely accurate during his real-life presidency. Fans have noted that the episode even depicted Trump's flashy lifestyle and controversial policies in a way that seemed uncanny. Fast forward to 2024, and Trump's victory in the presidential election has fans buzzing about how the show managed to get this right decades earlier. People are now revisiting this episode, dissecting every detail to see if there might be more forecasts hidden within. In the same 2000 episode, Lisa takes office as the first female president of the United States. While this hasn't happened in real life yet, the idea remains a hot topic. The episode highlighted Lisa's challenges in fixing a debt-ridden country left by Trump's presidency, adding to the parallels people draw between fiction and reality. The depiction of Lisa as a calm, rational leader contrasts sharply with the chaos she inherits, making her role even more striking. Some viewers have speculated that the writers might have been hinting at a larger trend and towards gender equality in politics. Over the years, fans have connected this storyline to various real-life female politicians who have risen to prominence. The episode's focus on Lisa's intelligence and determination resonates strongly with ongoing conversations about women's roles in leadership. A 2007 episode, Lisa vs. Malibu Stacy, included two wild predictions: a Barbie movie and the arrest of a United States president. The Barbie movie became a blockbuster hit, capturing the hearts of audiences worldwide. And in 2023, Donald Trump's arrest brought the second prediction to life. The strange alignment of these events with the episode's plot has fans revisiting this classic. In the episode, the Barbie parody serves as a commentary on consumer culture, while the mention of a president's arrest adds a layer of political satire. The ability to blend these seemingly unrelated topics into a cohesive narrative is part of what makes the show so compelling. Fans have noted that the timing of these forecasts feels almost too perfect to ignore. The combination of humor and sharp social commentary in this episode continues to captivate audiences. The animated series took a spooky turn with holograms in the 2003 episode Treehouse of Horror 13. Homer interacts with floating holographic images, a technology that seemed futuristic at the time. Today, holograms are real, used in concerts and events. Fans see this episode as yet another example of the show's ability to see the future. The depiction of holograms in the episode, while exaggerated, aligns closely with modern uses of the technology. From resurrecting late performers to enhancing live performances, holograms have become a significant part of the entertainment industry. The episode's playful take on the concept also hints at the potential for holograms to become more integrated into everyday life. The creative way the show explored this technology adds depth to its portrayal of futuristic ideas. In the 2012 episode Them Robot, Mr. Burns replaces his employees with robots. Initially efficient and helpful, the robots malfunction and wreak havoc. This storyline hits home as artificial intelligence becomes more common in our daily lives. Fans believe this episode predicted both the rise of artificial intelligence and the potential risks of over-reliance on technology. The episode's exploration of the consequences of automation feels particularly relevant today. As robots and artificial intelligence systems take on more roles in industries ranging from manufacturing to healthcare, concerns about their limitations and potential dangers are growing. The way the writers portrayed these issues years ago highlights their ability to anticipate and satirize societal trends. Season 16, Episode 15, Future Drama, showcased flying cars zipping through the air as part of Springfield's future. While flying cars have been a dream for decades, tech companies are making progress, suggesting that the show might have been onto something. The episode's depiction of flying cars captures the excitement and challenges of this futuristic concept. Fans have pointed out how the imaginative take on transportation aligns with real-world advancements. The inclusion of humorous mishaps involving flying cars adds a layer of relatability to an otherwise fantastical idea. The episode's vision of a world where flying cars are commonplace continues to inspire discussions about the future of transportation. The next prediction turned a simple gag into an unexpected real-world event: economic collapse through an animated lens. One of the most famous predictions comes from a 1998 episode where a sign shows 20th Century Fox being owned by Disney. Nearly 20 years later, this became reality when Disney acquired Fox in 2017. Fans marvel at how this seemingly random gag became a major corporate milestone. The playful jab at the entertainment industry now feels like a prophetic glimpse into its future. The way the show incorporated this prediction into a lighthearted storyline demonstrates their ability to blend humor with insightful commentary. The timing of the actual acquisition has only added to the episode's legendary status among fans. In the 2016 episode Friends and Family, Mr. Burns uses a virtual reality headset to explore a simulated world. Today, virtual reality technology is everywhere, from gaming to healthcare. The playful take on virtual reality feels spot on now that these headsets are a household item. The immersive experiences depicted in the episode mirror real-world applications of virtual reality. Fans have noted how the animated series managed to capture the potential of this technology before it became mainstream. The episode's humorous exploration of virtual reality adds a unique perspective to its portrayal of futuristic innovations. Episodes like Thank God It's Doomsday explore natural disasters and apocalyptic scenarios. Whether it's tsunamis, earthquakes, or wars, the animated show seems to reflect real-world fears. Fans often point to these storylines as examples of the writer's ability to tap into global anxieties. The vivid depictions of disasters in these episodes resonate with viewers, making the fictional events feel eerily plausible. The emotional depth and intensity of these storylines add to their impact, leaving fans questioning the creator's predictive powers. The recurring theme of catastrophic events highlights their ability to address serious issues through the lens of comedy. The 2000 episode Bart to the Future predicted a financial collapse tied to Trump's presidency. With rising debt and economic uncertainty, viewers continue to draw connections between this fictional scenario and current events. The depiction of economic struggles feels particularly relevant in today's climate. Fans have noted how the satirical take on financial instability mirrors real-world concerns. The way the show portrayed the challenges of economic recovery adds depth to their commentary on societal issues. The episode's focus on the consequences of political decisions underscores its relevance. The 2010 episode Boy Meets Curl shows Homer and Marge winning gold in curling at the Winter Olympics. In 2018, the United States men's curling team shocked everyone by winning gold against Sweden, making this prediction eerily accurate. The lighthearted take on curling highlights the sport's unexpected appeal. Fans have pointed out how the humorous portrayal of this unlikely victory mirrors the real-life excitement of the United States team's win. The connection between the episode and the actual event has only deepened fans' appreciation for the show's storytelling. The way the writers captured the spirit of competition adds to its charm. The 1993 episode, The Last Temptation of Homer, depicts a character trying to promote solar energy, only to be overshadowed by powerful fossil fuel companies. This mirrors today's struggles between renewable energy advocates and established industries. The satirical take on environmental issues resonates strongly with viewers. Fans have noted how the animated series addressed the challenges of transitioning to renewable energy long before it became a mainstream topic. The way the show combined humor with a serious message highlights their ability to tackle complex issues. The episode's relevance has only grown over time as discussions about climate change continue. In the 1994 episode Deep Space Homer, the idea of living in space was presented as a comedic scenario. Today, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration and Space Exploration Technologies Corporation are actively working on missions to Mars, making this storyline feel less like fiction and more like a glimpse into the future. The depiction of space exploration captures the excitement and challenges of venturing beyond Earth. Fans have noted how the imaginative take on space travel aligns with real-world advancements. The inclusion of humorous mishaps adds a layer of relatability to the concept of colonizing Mars. The episode's vision of a future where humans live on other planets continues to inspire curiosity and wonder. A small idea for a sketch show became the start of something much bigger, the rise of an iconic sitcom. By the middle of the 80s, James L. Brooks was already well known in the film industry. He had a solid reputation as a director, producer, and screenwriter, and even had an Academy Award under his belt for the popular movie Terms of Endearment. At this point, Brooks was not planning on going back to television work, but Hollywood being Hollywood, plans change fast. One day, an agent sent him a video of Tracey Ullman, a British actress with a variety of talents, including comedy and singing. She had rejected a deal with the Columbia Broadcasting System because she did not like the direction of their proposed show. Brooks, however, saw potential and decided to help her create a sketch comedy series that could showcase her many skills. While working on Ullman's show, the team ran into a problem: how to transition smoothly between sketches. Animated shorts seemed like a good solution, and the first idea thrown around involved talking animals. A bear was even considered, but nothing really clicked. Then Richard Sakai, one of the producers, came across Matt Groening's comic Life in Hell. The comic featured quirky rabbits and darkly humorous themes, which intrigued the team. They invited Groening to pitch ideas for animated shorts, but when he realized adapting Life in Hell meant giving up his publishing rights, he decided to create something new. On the spot, he sketched a messy but relatable family, this soon-to-be iconic clan. Groening named the characters after his own family members, but swapped his own name for Bart, an anagram for Brat. The quirky animated family made its debut on the Tracey Ullman Show, with a modest budget and a small animation studio called Klasky Chupo handling the work. The animation was simple, and the characters' designs were rough, but audiences laughed, and the shorts gained popularity. Even though the British Broadcasting Corporation was not impressed and cut them from their version of the show, the segments proved to be the most entertaining part for many viewers. By the second season of Ullman's show, this animated feature became a regular highlight, appearing in every episode. James Brooks enjoyed working with the animators and saw potential for something bigger. By 1989, Brooks, Groening, and writer-producer Sam Simon developed this animated family into a standalone half-hour series. They brought in a strong team of writers and voice actors, including Dan Castellaneta as the bumbling patriarch and Julie Kavner as the caring matriarch. Nancy Cartwright voiced the mischievous son, while Yeardley Smith brought the intelligent daughter to life. Danny Elfman composed the show's now iconic theme music. The show debuted as a Christmas special on December 17, 1989, with the episode Simpsons Roasting on an Open Fire. It was an instant hit. By early 1990, the animated sitcom was one of the highest-rated shows on television, appealing to both kids and adults. The rebellious son became a cultural icon almost overnight, leading to widespread fanfare. His catchphrases appeared on millions of t-shirts, which were quickly banned in schools for their rebellious messages. Despite criticism that the show's young troublemaker was a bad influence, the series received glowing reviews. It was soon moved to a Thursday time slot to compete with The Cosby Show, one of the top programs at the time. The gamble paid off with episodes like Bart Gets an F drawing record-breaking audiences. The series even launched the first Treehouse of Horror Halloween special in 1990, which became an annual tradition. By the early 1990s, the animated sitcom expanded its influence beyond television. A hit music album, The Simpsons Sing the Blues, featured songs like Do the Bartman, rumored to have been co-produced by Michael Jackson. Jackson later guest starred in the show's third season, further cementing its cultural significance. The show's success was not without challenges. In 1992, the animated series faced criticism from President George H.W. Bush, who contrasted it with the wholesome values of the Waltons. The show responded with its trademark humor, poking fun at the comment in a clever opening segment. That same year, the series finally beat The Cosby Show in ratings with the episode Homer at the Bat, featuring guest appearances from real-life baseball stars. Controversies were common. An episode in 1992 upset New Orleans residents with a song mocking the city. The following year, Tracy Ullman sued, claiming she deserved a share of the show's profits, but the courts ruled against her. By the mid-90s, the original creative team began to leave, with Sam Simon stepping away after season 4. Despite these changes, the show maintained its popularity, with memorable episodes like Who Shot Mr. Burns? This two-part mystery even included a contest for viewers to guess the culprit. As the series entered its later seasons, some fans noticed a shift in quality. By the late 1990s, the show's golden era was widely considered over. Key voice actors left, and the Phil Hartman in 1998 marked a tragic loss for the series. Still, it continued to evolve, experimenting with different themes and storylines. In 2007, the animated family transitioned to the big screen with The Simpsons movie, earning critical and commercial success. The series underwent another transformation in 2009, switching to high definition and updating its opening sequence for the first time in nearly 2 decades. Despite criticism about its decline in quality, the show remains a cultural cornerstone, inspiring countless spin-offs, merchandise, and even academic studies. With over 3 decades on air, this iconic animated sitcom continues to reflect and poke fun at society, proving its staying power as one of television's most enduring creations. The Simpsons saw it coming. The Simpsons, in a now iconic 2000 episode, hinted at an economic collapse tied to a presidency known for financial instability. While Donald Trump isn't currently in office, the parallels between the show's depiction of turmoil and today's financial concerns are hard to ignore. Financial markets have been on shaky ground for years, and inflation is quietly eroding the value of savings worldwide. Analysts warn that the economic landscape could shift drastically by 2025. Could the relentless printing of money and rising national debts push the economy into a freefall? Many experts think it's not a question of if, but when. Preparing for uncertainty has never been more crucial, as this potential collapse could ripple through every aspect of life, affecting global trade, job markets, and even everyday access to basic goods. But one event could trigger it all, and it might already be happening. Another fascinating prediction revolves around architecture. The Shard in London, a skyscraper that dominates the city's skyline, has a peculiar connection to the show. A 1995 episode showed a building that bears an uncanny resemblance to the Shard, even though it wasn't built until 2009. This wasn't just a vague outline. The details in the animated scene match the real structure's distinctive design. How could a team of animators casually envision a structure so specific long before it was ever conceptualized? Skeptics might call it a coincidence, but such precision continues to fuel theories about the show's predictive prowess. Architectural experts often point out how iconic designs are products of their time, yet this prediction challenges that assumption, suggesting a deeper understanding of future trends. Artificial intelligence is another area where The Simpsons seem to have a crystal ball. Job automation is no longer a distant worry, it's unfolding in real time. AI is transforming industries, from coding and logistics to customer service and even creative work. A 2012 episode of the show depicted Homer being replaced by robots at the nuclear power plant. What made the scene chilling wasn't just the job loss, but the fact that humans were training the very machines that replaced them. This mirrors today's reality, where AI systems learn from human input before rendering entire roles obsolete. The implications for the labor market are profound, raising questions about economic inequality and the future of work. As AI advances, ethical concerns about bias, surveillance, and control are also coming to the forefront, making this prediction more layered than it initially appears. Remember lethal hornets? These intimidating insects made headlines alongside the COVID pandemic, creating a uniquely 2020 nightmare. Strangely enough, a 1993 episode of The Simpsons showed a similar scenario. In the storyline, a flu virus spreads rapidly, leading to panic. In the midst of the chaos, crates labeled "deadly bees" are accidentally released. Fast forward to recent years, in this eerie combination of events, a global health crisis and invasive insects feels less like fiction and more like foreshadowing. Could lethal hornets resurface in the coming years, adding another layer of unpredictability to an already tense global atmosphere? Environmental experts warn that invasive species like these can destabilize ecosystems, highlighting how fragile our balance with nature truly is. The specter of global conflict looms large as well. With geopolitical tensions escalating, whispers of a third world war feel more plausible than they did a decade ago. The Simpsons joked about World War III in the late 1980s. But what once seemed absurd now feels unsettlingly relevant. Ongoing conflicts coupled with strained international relationships paint a grim picture. While no one wants to believe such a scenario could unfold, the warning signs are hard to ignore. The possibility of a large-scale war serves as a reminder of how fragile peace truly is. Military experts have expressed concerns over the increasing complexity of global alliances and the rise of autonomous weapons, creating an unpredictable landscape where minor conflicts could spiral into larger crises. Space, often considered humanity's ultimate frontier, also features prominently in The Simpsons' speculative episodes. One particularly surreal storyline involves a black hole appearing on Earth. Initially small, it grows larger as people carelessly throw objects into it. Eventually, the black hole consumes everything in its path, transporting the contents to another dimension. While this might sound like pure science fiction, scientists have identified black holes closer to Earth than previously thought. The notion of a black hole causing destruction here is improbable, but it underscores how much we still don't understand about the universe. It's a chilling thought, even if it remains in the realm of imagination. Physicists have speculated that many black holes could theoretically exist, adding a layer of intrigue to this unsettling idea. Technological advancements are another area where The Simpsons has made bold predictions. Holograms, once a staple of science fiction, are edging closer to everyday use. In an episode, characters causally interact with holograms for communication and entertainment. This vision of the future aligns with current developments in augmented and virtual reality. By 2025, holograms could become as ubiquitous as smartphones, revolutionizing how we interact with the digital world. Imagine attending concerts, meetings, or family gatherings via realistic 3D projections. It's an exciting prospect, but it also raises questions about privacy, accessibility, and the potential for misuse. The integration of holographic technology into education and healthcare could also redefine those fields, creating opportunities that were once unthinkable. Hover cars, a symbol of futuristic transportation, also made their way into the show's imaginative scenarios. In a future-themed episode, characters use hover cars as their primary mode of transportation. While this might seem like a far-off dream, companies like Tesla and other innovators are actively exploring similar technologies. Could hover cars become a reality within the next few years? The logistical challenges are enormous, but the idea of zipping through cities without traditional roads is undeniably appealing. However, safety concerns and regulatory hurdles might keep this innovation grounded for longer than enthusiasts hope. Urban planners have noted that transitioning to such systems would require complete infrastructure overhauls, a feat that would demand unprecedented levels of coordination and investment. Virtual meals, nuclear scares, and life on Mars await. Nuclear wars, virtual meals, and Mars dreams. Virtual dining is another concept that feels like it's teetering between absurdity and inevitability. An episode depicted characters eating through feeding tubes while experiencing gourmet meals via virtual reality headsets. This scenario highlights both the possibilities and pitfalls of technological integration into daily life. While it might sound convenient, the loss of human connection and the potential for over-reliance on simulated experiences are concerning. If this vision comes true, it could redefine not just how we eat, but how we socialize and form relationships. Culinary experts have suggested that such advancements could shift the focus from taste and texture to entirely new sensory dimensions, altering the essence of what we consider food. One of the most unsettling predictions involves a nuclear apocalypse. The show's dark humor often touches on catastrophic events, but the possibility of nuclear conflict feels particularly ominous given current global tensions. Whether it's intentional brinkmanship or unforeseen accidents, the risks associated with nuclear weapons are too significant to ignore. The Simpsons offers a satirical take, but the underlying message is clear. The stakes are incredibly high, and humanity's future could hinge on the decisions made in the coming years. This prediction resonates even more as nations continue modernizing their arsenals, raising fears of a renewed arms race. Mars colonization is another ambitious idea explored in the show. In one episode, the characters discuss humanity's efforts to settle on the Red Planet, with organizations like NASA and SpaceX actively working on Mars missions. This doesn't feel like an impossible dream. The challenges are immense, from creating sustainable habitats to dealing with the psychological effects of isolation. But the potential rewards are equally great. Establishing a foothold on another planet could secure humanity's survival in the face of Earth's many challenges. It's a vision of the future that blends hope with uncertainty. Recent advancements in space agriculture and renewable energy have further fueled optimism about humanity's chances of thriving on Mars. The concept of being trapped under a dome, as seen in the Simpsons movie, also sparks curiosity. In the storyline, a city is encased in a massive dome to contain environmental damage. While this was played for laughs, the idea of using extreme measures to manage resources or control populations doesn't feel entirely outlandish. With climate change and resource scarcity becoming more pressing issues, governments might consider radical solutions. The thought of being physically confined to manage consumption is unsettling, but it raises important questions about sustainability and individual freedoms. Environmentalists have argued that such measures might eventually become necessary as natural resources dwindle, sparking debates about the balance between necessity and liberty. Among the most poignant predictions is the notion of humanity's adaptability. From solar-powered cars to AI-driven solutions, The Simpsons envisions a future where innovation tackles pressing problems. However, the show also warns of the ethical dilemmas and unintended consequences that come with rapid technological progress. As society moves forward, balancing advancement with responsibility will be key. The growing need for collaborative efforts across nations and industries underscores the importance of shared goals in tackling global challenges. The Simpsons remains a cultural touchstone, not just for its humor, but for its uncanny ability to reflect and predict societal trends. Whether its predictions for 2025 come true or not, the show's legacy as a mirror to our hopes, fears, and ambitions is secure. As we look to the future, the line between satire and reality continues to blur, reminding us to stay vigilant and curious in equal measure. Let's not forget waste management. The Simpsons once hilariously showed Springfield's pathetic attempts at recycling. Fast forward to today, and advanced tech is making waste reduction less of a joke. Automated sorting systems and high-tech recycling plants are already cutting down landfill use. By 2025, we're looking at a world where even the trickiest materials, like mixed plastics, get broken down and reused. It's the circular economy in action, baby. Add to this the rise of upcycling, transforming waste into completely new products, and entire industries are being created around the concept of reusing rather than discarding. Major companies are now designing products with the end-of-life cycle in mind, making dismantling and recycling far easier than ever before. Education's also getting in on the action. Lisa's always been Springfield's voice of reason, and now real-world educators are channeling that energy. Climate literacy is becoming standard in schools, giving kids the tools to understand and tackle these big challenges. By 2025, we're not just talking about kids recycling bottles. We're talking about a generation that knows how to build a sustainable future from scratch. Universities are rolling out degrees focused on sustainability, integrating climate science with engineering, policy, and business studies. This wave of interdisciplinary learning is cultivating a workforce equipped to address challenges that span multiple sectors. The future twists ahead with challenges and changes. Tech fixes and big risks ahead. But let's be real. All this progress comes with its own baggage. Will these shiny new technologies be accessible to everyone? Or will they just widen the gap between rich and poor? The Simpsons has always nailed this, showing Springfield's wealth divide with biting humor. In real life, making climate solutions equitable is going to be a battle, one we can't afford to lose. Nonprofits and grassroots organizations are stepping up to ensure that marginalized communities are not left behind, providing funding and resources to bring green technologies to areas that might otherwise be excluded. Governments are also introducing legislation aimed at subsidizing renewable energy for low-income households, ensuring everyone has a stake in the sustainable future. The Simpsons nails it because it mixes skepticism with hope. That balance is what we need now. The future's uncertain, sure, but it's also packed with potential. By 2025, the world could look drastically different with smarter tech, greener cities, and people who actually care about the planet. The question is, are we ready to step up, or are we doomed to repeat Springfield's chaotic antics? The unfolding climate scenario by 2025 is far from a single episode of progress. Instead, it's a series of interconnected changes that could redefine life on Earth. Consider renewable energy again, where the innovations are going beyond just efficiency and cost. Solar panels today are being designed to integrate seamlessly into the very fabric of cityscapes, from glass buildings that double as energy collectors to highways embedded with solar cells. This isn't sci-fi, it's happening right now, with developers pushing the limits of what energy production looks like. Wind farms, especially offshore ones, are also growing in scale. By 2025, these turbines might be capable of generating power for entire regions without relying on sprawling land-based setups. The integration of renewable energy into urban infrastructures doesn't just make it practical, but also reimagines how cities can work in harmony with nature. Then there's storage technology, the unsung hero of renewable energy. Batteries capable of holding vast amounts of power are evolving rapidly. Lithium-ion may be the king for now, but alternatives like solid-state batteries and flow batteries are emerging contenders. They're safer, longer-lasting, and can store enough energy to keep homes and businesses powered even during prolonged cloudy or windless days. This innovation will allow renewable energy grids to operate more reliably, breaking down one of the biggest barriers to widespread adoption. Looking at transportation again, the landscape by 2025 is set to be radically different. It's not just electric cars anymore. Think fleets of autonomous EVs designed for ride-sharing, reducing the number of vehicles on the road while maximizing efficiency. Public transportation is evolving too. Hyperloop systems, for instance, are being developed to connect major cities at speeds previously unimaginable. These aren't just ideas. Prototypes are being tested worldwide. Meanwhile, aviation's going green with electric planes designed for short-haul flights. A concept that would have been laughable a decade ago, but is now on the verge of commercial reality. Geoengineering deserves a deeper dive because this isn't just about fixing the climate. It's about buying time for the world to adopt sustainable practices. Reflecting sunlight is one side of the coin, but ocean fertilization is another. Scientists are experimenting with adding nutrients to the oceans to stimulate phytoplankton growth, which could absorb significant amounts of CO2. However, these solutions carry heavy risks. Interfering with natural systems at such a scale could backfire catastrophically, leading to unintended consequences like dead zones in the oceans or disrupted ecosystems. The governance around geoengineering is as much a hurdle as the science itself. Global agreements will need to set boundaries to ensure fair and responsible usage of these technologies. Agriculture's future goes beyond precision and vertical farming. By 2025, lab-grown meat isn't just for the adventurous foodies. It's hitting supermarket shelves en masse. This shift could reduce the environmental strain of traditional livestock farming dramatically, cutting methane emissions and freeing up vast tracts of land for reforestation or other sustainable uses. Beyond meat, Algae and insect-based protein sources are also becoming mainstream. They're efficient to produce, packed with nutrients, and leave a much smaller environmental footprint than traditional protein sources. Agricultural innovation extends to the genetic level too. CRISPR and similar gene editing technologies are enabling scientists to create crops that are drought-resistant, pest-resistant, and even more nutritious, addressing food security concerns in an ever-changing climate. Waste management, too, is undergoing a renaissance. Beyond recycling, the focus is shifting to designing products that generate less waste to begin with. Companies are being pushed to rethink their entire supply chains, creating goods that are easier to recycle, repair, or repurpose. Governments are stepping in with legislation that makes planned obsolescence, the practice of designing products to fail, a thing of the past. Smart waste management systems are also making strides. These include AI-driven tools that sort waste more efficiently than human workers, and advanced composting facilities that turn organic waste into high-quality fertilizers in record time. The result is a world moving closer to the ideal of a zero-waste society. Water technologies are another game-changer. By 2025, desalination, the process of turning seawater into drinking water, could be more accessible and energy efficient thanks to advances in nanotechnology. New materials are making it possible to filter salt and impurities with less energy than ever before. Smart water grids are also emerging, capable of detecting leaks in real time and optimizing distribution to ensure that every drop counts. These systems will be particularly crucial in areas where water scarcity is already a pressing issue, from arid regions in the Middle East to drought-stricken parts of the Americas and Africa. Finally, education and public awareness can't be overstated. While kids might not be designing solar panels in their science classes just yet, they're being taught to understand the complexities of climate science from a young age. This cultural shift toward prioritizing sustainability in education will have ripple effects across industries. By 2025, we could see a workforce that's not only environmentally conscious, but actively skilled in green technologies, creating a feedback loop of innovation and progress. The Simpsons' satirical lens has always been its greatest strength, showing us exaggerated versions of our own potential futures. Whether it's Homer's cluelessness or Lisa's dogged idealism, the show captures the human capacity for both folly and greatness. As we stand on the brink of profound change, that balance between skepticism and hope will be crucial. By 2025, the world might not look exactly like Springfield, but the lessons from those colorful characters will remain strikingly relevant. From energy and transportation to agriculture and education, the tools for a sustainable future are within reach. The only question is whether we'll use them wisely or let them slip through our fingers. If The Simpsons can predict our future, what does that say about free will? Are we shaping the world, or is it already written? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.